job where you felt like you were the only one who cares more about work than the drama that's actually going on in the office? How do you stay grounded and focused to excel in your career when you're surrounded by people who don't share the same values as you? And worse, they're trying to pull you down with them. Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and welcome. You're here because you believe that your life is meant for greater happiness, meaning, and impact beyond your material success. But you're not exactly sure what that looks like and whether or not it's going to jeopardize what you've already worked hard to build. We at Joyful Living Mindset believe that your path of purpose will lead you to live your highest vision. And we're here to help you map out that life and live your truth. So today, let's talk about office drama. Let me ask you, when the alarm goes off in the morning, do you have the tendency to turn the alarm off and then go back to lying in bed for who knows how long, coming up with all these excuses that you could possibly use to call in sick? Because you just dread going to the office. And then when your moral trumps your excuses, you are literally using every ounce of willpower to drag yourself out of bed and into the office. Because you just can't stand all the gossiping, backstabbing, and office politics that goes on every single day at work. If that is you, drop it in the comments and let us know. I remember many years ago, I was working for a Fortune 500 healthcare company, very reputable one. And the paycheck, the perks, the paid vacations, all of it were fantastic. However, I worked in literally a gossip mill. I'm not exaggerating. Every single day, day in, day out, it's the same thing. I walk in and groups of people are gathered together and just not working, but gossiping. And for me, it's like, I honestly just don't have the patience or the time for that. And I walk in, head down, do my work, and it's just like, I don't get involved. I don't want to be bothered. And I just do my own thing. And then one day, my manager calls me into his office and shared with me that there's been a nasty rumor going around that he and I are having an affair. And I was baffled at how such a damaging rumor can be spread, considering we both are married. But here's the kicker. I later found out that my boss is perpetuating this rumor with other members of my team behind my back. Like, yeah, WTF. So what do you do when you feel like an outsider in your own workplace and dealing with petty gossip and office politics is part of your compensation package? Well, the most common knee-jerk reaction for most people, including myself, is to get another job and hope that maybe in the process I might even get a pay bump. Okay, a nice pay bump. Well, what I found is that really isn't the solution, at least not a long-term one anyways. Because what I found is that the similar issues just goes wherever I go, right? Different faces, different places, different names, but the same kind of headaches and just annoyance is still there. And so here's what I would recommend to do instead, and what I have done in order to really kind of break out of that rut and that cycle of perpetuating this unhealthy, unfulfilling work environment. So instead of acting out, I just remain calm, and I turn to meditation to help me stay calm and grounded. And then I really took the time to clarify, what is it that I want instead? What kind of work environment do I want to be working in? What kind of team do I want to be working with? What kind of leadership team? What kind of culture of the organization? And all of that, I really started mapping out. And also, what kind of work do I want to be doing as well, right? The impact that I'm making. And so I actually took the time to map things out, really get clear, because I wanted to run towards what I wanted to experience rather than running away from what I didn't want to experience. Let me say that again, because that was key. And it took me a long time to learn that, but I found that that was the key thing in really just up leveling my career, is that I wanted to make sure that I'm running towards what I'm looking forward to, not running away from what I was dreading and not wanting. Because energy flows where energy goes. So whatever you focus on, more of that will grow. So you got to be really, really careful and very intentional of what is it that you're focusing on and what is it that you're growing. That was a huge lesson for me. And I'll tell you what, in that particular scenario, it actually, because I took the time to do that, I had this opportunity, this amazing opportunity that just literally landed in my lap. I wasn't even looking for it. This amazing opportunity to work for Johnson & Johnson. And here's the kicker. Everybody was in a frenzy because Johnson & Johnson was coming to Tampa. And everybody was talking about how they can score an interview and job and leave this ridiculous place. And honestly, I didn't really know anything about it. I am always the last person to know anything in the office because I just don't participate in all these water cooler conversations and gossiping. So for better or worse, that's just how the dice rolls for me. But the funny thing is, the opportunity landed in my lap. I opened up my email one day and saw a posting for Johnson & Johnson. So I decided to apply for it. And to be honest with you, it was more of like, not from like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of this place, but more of like, oh, okay. This is Johnson & Johnson. I believe in their products. And it seems like an interesting job. Let me see what are the chances of me working for a company that carries products that I use. And I applied to it, did not even remember that I applied to it. And 2 weeks later, I got a call from the recruiter. And from there, from literally boom, 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 in a span of less than 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, I was offered a job. But get this, I wasn't offered the job that I applied for. I was offered a job that was higher than the one that I applied for. And so I ended up being the first one to land a job at Johnson & Johnson from my group there. And it came with a 43% pay raise. All because I was very clear on what I wanted. I took the time to map that out and clarify that. And the funny thing is, when I got to Johnson & Johnson, the culture, the team, the management, the leadership was everything that I had specified and saying that I wanted to have my next job to be. And so that's the power of being intentional and really not allowing other people's misalignment to pull you out of your own alignment, and really staying grounded and doing the work to clarify what is it that you want to be heading towards next, right? That's part of the process of living your path of purpose, is that really become intentional with what is it that you want to experience and do and impact. And then the universe just responds. And so I wanted to share that with you in hopes that if you are also in a place at work where it's not pleasant, it's a drag to, like literally a drag to get you out of bed and into the office every day, and you just don't jive with the environment, with the people there, I hope that you can apply what I've shared here today and really take the time. First, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Meditate, find stillness, find that calm in the stillness, and clarify what is it that you want to be moving towards. What is it that you are looking forward to moving towards, rather than trying to run away from what is it that you don't want. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Drop in the comments what your any if this resonated with you, any questions that you might have. I'll look forward to answering them. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.